Hello, everybody. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. We have like our 5th video today. So much going on. This is Bachelor's Maria commenting on the finale. No, she hasn't spoken publicly yet as far as podcasting goes, but she has revealed that there is something she wants to get off her chest, which I'm all like, do it, whatever, like spill it. Let's go. Let's hear what you had to say. So we're going to get into why Jen unfollowed Maria, how Maria says it was her show to have. And then Jen kind of maybe probably felt like, well, why are you going to do me like that? And then we're going to get into Devin following Maria and then unfollowing her. Devin, of course, was engaged to Jen, and then he broke it off, and then Jen accuses Devin of following Maria like days later. So again, we're getting into all of that right now. There's a lot to talk about. So here's Maria's Instagram. She doesn't have anything posted right now, but this is what she posted, I think late yesterday. Just got back from a peaceful trip. This was not something I wanted to come back home to, but I have some things to say and I won't be holding back this time. Now, what could this be about? Well, why Maria unfollowed Jen? Oh, it looks like Maria unfollowed Jen, not Jen unfollowing Maria. So anyhow, maybe they both unfollowed each other. But it's an interesting conversation. They both did the Call Her Daddy podcast. So I'm going to share some of those clips and prepare for whatever might come out. Maybe there is more to the story. Now, fans have leaked the reels of Maria hanging out with Jeremy. Jeremy's good friends with Devin. Jen calls out Devin for going clubbing after they broke up. So let's just start from the beginning here and play a little rewind of what was said by Jen, what was said by Maria, and where they're at now.
Were you offered the role as Bachelorette?
If I'm going to be in this world, like, I have to be honest, especially with the people who have supported me. And the answer is yes. Yeah, I was offered the role. I mean, it was mine until I said it wasn't.
Wow. So she said it wasn't. Now, that may be true, but the Bachelor kind of wanted people to believe that it was up in the runnings. They have multiple people they want it to be.
Point where I was doing fittings. Like, it was set in stone.
By the way, so she says it was set in stone. All right. Now, the question is, does this piss off Jen? Because then Jen gets announced, and it's like, all right, well, now, does that make it look like Jen was like the third runner-up? Good Morning America even accidentally posted it. Why? Because journalism's dead, folks. And it's true. Good Morning America accidentally posted Daisy as the Bachelorette. So if it wasn't Maria, if it wasn't Daisy, it became Jen. And, I understand that Jen could feel a little like slighted that she wasn't the first pick. But guys, that's just what it was. You know what I mean? Like, we can't not address that she was not their first choice.
Yep.
And that, I remember I was going to have you on like a Monday. Mm-hmm. And on like Sunday, I get the call, like, Maria went back to Toronto.
Yeah.
So she was going to have Jen on. It was in the books. And again, she was going to have her on to release her as the Bachelorette. So this isn't an argument worth having, but maybe the Bachelor lied to Jen and said, no, she wasn't finalized. We ended up choosing you. Maybe they lied to her, and then Jen feels slighted.
Can you tell me from your experience, like seeing all the conversation around like Maria or Daisy, like how did you like feel about everything?
So obviously I didn't have my phone at the time all of this was like going down, because we had went right into filming after it was all announced, and coming back to all of that. Yeah, obviously I was really disappointed to see all of that, because, I mean, the truth of the matter is...
My question would be, disappointed in Maria and or Daisy, or in the audience? So let's hear what the truth of the matter is.
I mean, the truth of the matter is, like, there's a lot of narratives out there, and they're not necessarily the truth.
There it is, folks. That's what I've been saying all along. The truth of the matter is, there are a lot of narratives out there, and that's the truth. And that's all there is to it, folks. Can you believe that people get mad at me for this? This is gold. We're riffing, we're sound buttons. I mean, hey, look, we can't. No one's batting 1,000. It was a weird line. So again, then what's the beef? Is the question. What's the beef? Here's where it catches us up to Tuesday. Devin broke off the engagement and immediately follows Maria on Instagram. Folks, we'll play this twice. You got to watch the audience's reaction when Jen exposes Devin. It's bad audio.
Changing their mind about the way they feel about somebody. I can try to understand that, as heartbroken as I was. What I can't understand is everything that you did after we've broken our engagement.
I'm sorry this audio is low. It's as boosted as I can get it. And she's good there. She goes, look, I understand. It's what you did after breaking up the engagement. Now, the question you could have for Devin or for anyone else is, what does Devin owe what does Devin owe Jen after the relationship's broken up? You know, they are a month or two where they can't be public. Is he supposed to join a convent or a monastery? And look, I'm exaggerating here. Clearly, he can do the bare minimum and not follow other girls from the show. Absolutely. So here it comes.
Ending the engagement on a phone call. The next day I wake up to...
So she says you ended the engagement on a phone call. Yesterday's video, which we shared, which was our #1 video, shared the receipts from Devin saying he tried to meet up with her in person. Again, we don't know everything. Actually, I'll pull it up for you right now. So we don't know everything, but this is what Devin shared. She said, last Friday you said we should break up. You've said that before. He said, of course, this isn't the way I wanted to do things. And then I've got one more clip that he shared here. Hold on. Where he says, she says, so then why did you want to talk to me in person today in the first place? He said, I wanted to tell you all of this in person because you deserved more than a phone call. Again, I don't know if that's cherry-picked information, but that was what Devin had to say. I say this, and maybe this is the middle child in me instigating. Devin, if you feel like this narrative isn't accurate, share your DMs, share the truth. You know what I mean? Like, go for it. You have a right to share your side of the story. Audiences might not like it, even if you're in the right. Chances are there is no smoking gun. There's no thing where Devin's in the right. It's just the relationship wasn't working out. They got in fights. She, said she was going to break up with them. Whatever happened. Here's where Jen calls Devin out publicly. The gasp from the audience is why we watch the show.
You following girls on Instagram, not just any girl, but Maria.
Look at the girls in the background. Not just any girls, but Maria. Look at these. Look at even the guy is like, bro, what are you doing? And because if the guy doesn't do that, the lady's like, what? Would you follow Maria too? He's like, oh my gosh, and they're like, oh boy. And then and then of course he has to start fixing his lapel. Oh boy, things are out of order here. Oh boy, that's common. And you know what? In fact, I'll just play it one more time with a little bit of the Curb Your Enthusiasm music because it really is befitting.
Girl, but Maria.
The guy, I don't know who that was in the background, but there was another guy in the background that was like, oh man, my guy, no.
I can understand. I can try.
Let's finish it.
Not only is
Who
that
is that?
Disrespectful to everything
Out
that
of
we had
focus.
shared together.
So she says it's so disrespectful for everything that they had shared together. Again, yeah, I mean, look, I don't know. Maria opened up about the reasons why she turned down the Bachelorette, which was, she just wasn't ready to handle the, all the BS that comes with it. So then she goes to some vacation this week, comes back. Now the question is, what is she referencing? I mean, I don't have the answers to this. I don't know. What is she referencing? She came back from a peaceful trip. This was not something I wanted to come back home to, but I have some things to say and I won't be holding back this time. I wonder what those things are. Will she defend Devin? I mean, it's not like she's being accused of anything by Jen. As far as public facing goes, Jen didn't accuse Maria of anything. She accused Devin of being the dirty dog, not her. Maybe there's more to the story. I can tell you what, we'll be here to cover it when it comes out. This may be Maria announcing a new podcast. Maybe she'll be part of the Call Her Daddy brand. I really don't know. I always say this, whether people like it or not, Maria, if you are going to be starting a podcast, save this story for episode #1. You will get a lot of views. That's just the world we live in, whether people like it or not. We are all about monetizing, baby. All right, there's Maria's comments on the finale, and we will give you updates as they come. Up next, I will have the Rush Hour podcast. Scan that code right there if you want to join me for all of your entertainment and pop culture news. We'll be back with that right after this.